One of the most beloved characters in all of Star Wars is Boba Fett. Boba Fett was first introduced in the infamous 1978 holiday special, but for most fans, he wasn't introduced until 2 years later in The Empire Strikes Back. Despite only having 4 lines in the entire original trilogy, he is loved by fans worldwide. He made an appearance in Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, where his jetpack malfunctioned. Han Solo, who was still blinded from the effects of the carbonite, accidentally turned around and hit Boba Fett's jetpack. This caused him to fly into Jabba the Hutt's sail barge and fall into the Sarlacc pit. He returned along with his father Jango Fett in Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. He also appears in the Clone Wars TV show and was ultimately added into Episode 4, A New Hope, with the use of CGI. Boba Fett's father, Jango Fett, was commissioned to be the genetic template of a clone army. Jango requested that he receive one unaltered clone to be his son. He then named his son Boba Fett. They lived on the cloning planet of Kamino until Jedi Knight Obi-Wan Kenobi discovered the secret clone army. After this, they quickly fled to the planet of Geonosis. When the Jedi showed up to the Geonosian battle arena, Jango Fett was forced to go one-on-one against Mace Windu. The Jedi Master easily decapitates the bounty hunter. It was at that moment when young Boba swore to get revenge on Mace Windu. All throughout the Clone Wars, Boba Fett unsuccessfully attempted to assassinate Master Windu. At one point, Boba planted a bomb in his private quarters, but instead of Windu walking into his quarters, he sent a clone. This clone was killed and Mace Windu survived. By the time of the Galactic Civil War, Boba Fett was known as a feared bounty hunter throughout the galaxy. He was Jabba the Hutt's go-to mercenary. In Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, Boba Fett, along with bounty hunters IG-88, Zuckuss, 4-LOM, Dengar, and Bossk, are hired by Darth Vader to find the Millennium Falcon. Boba Fett and his signature ship Slave One follow the Falcon to Bespin. Boba informs the Empire of the location of the Falcon. When the crew of the Millennium Falcon arrive, they are betrayed by the administrator of Cloud City, Lando Calrissian. Han Solo is then frozen into carbonite, and Boba Fett takes him to pay his debts to Jabba the Hutt. Han Solo, Leia Organa, Chewbacca, and Luke Skywalker are then captured by Jabba and are taken to the Great Pit of Carkoon. They are to be fed to the mighty Sarlacc. After Han and Luke escape, a fight ensues in which Han Solo accidentally bumps into Boba Fett, triggering his jetpack and sending him into the Sarlacc pit. Boba Fett, in Legends continuity, is largely the same as canon. There is one defining difference, and that is his death. In Legends, Boba Fett, with his iron will and strong armor, fights out the Sarlacc and survives. Eventually, fellow bounty hunter Dengar finds Boba Fett dying on Tatooine. Boba Fett and Dengar quickly become best friends. For the next 2 decades, Boba Fett has various run-ins with the Jedi and what is left of the Empire. Ultimately, Boba Fett becomes the leader of the Mandalorians and leads them, despite being in his 70s, through the Yuuzhan Vong War. In the end, Boba Fett developed a cancer during his time in the Sarlacc and dies. While his canon story is very limited, Boba Fett is a fan favorite. From his iconic armor to his cameo in the holiday special, he is loved by a majority of Star Wars fans. I hope you enjoyed the video. The links to our social media accounts are in the description, and consider checking out our Patreon.